Papa T, what made you drive that old car today? What was you thinking?
Oh, let it sit.
As you can see, we are back in primer again, I guess. Thought we were past all this, but we got some panels that we need to prime. So I'm going to be using some of this polyester primer to spray these panels. And I wanted to show you guys just how bad these things are and what we're going to do to make them better. So polyester primer is extremely thick. It's basically liquid Bondo. So this is your traditional like purple Harbor Freight gun that you get. And I want to say this thing, it's a 1.4 tip. And that's the size of the fluid tip that basically the fluid shoots out of. The bigger the number, the bigger the hole. The bigger the hole, the thicker the product it can spray, and the more volume it can spray at. Okay, this thing has a 2.5 tip, which is massive, but that's what we're gonna need on this. Look at these panels. Look how rough that is. You see all of those sand marks? I got a feeling years ago, somebody's kid got out there with a grinder and just had fun. That's what it looks like. All right, so we're gonna set this down. We'll try 30, see if it'll spray. 30, we don't want a big fan. Yeah, it's coming out good. See how splotchy that is? We don't care. We want it thick like that so that we can sand all this stuff off. So that actually works perfect. I'm pretty sure these panels have a texture on them as well, but that's long gone now. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna put another couple coats on these things. Well, probably on that one. Real heavy. And then we'll sand it all out and it should look a lot better than it does. What you think?
Wow. Boy, if that don't lighten it up.
Woo! What about the steering wheel?
I know, I was just looking at that thing. It feels good.
Damn. Wow. How about that? That is cool. Yep. I know. That's nice. Look at the cluster and all that.
See that?
All that.
Wow.
A little bit of a reaction from it. Look at that, y'all. So that's where he hadn't really got good yet. See that? Look at that. It's coming out. And we don't expect this thing to be perfect, but it's going to be close. It's going to be real close. Mm-hmm. That's awesome, man. Good deal. Nice. Yeah. Look at the way she sits now, by the way. Ooh, that is money. I'll show you guys where we're at inside. Really no difference yet. We did trim the back carpet and put the seal plate on to see if it was going to work, and it looked real good. We got the dimmer switch down here bolted in, and it's about time to go ahead and lay the front carpet. So check this out. I forgot, but about 3 years ago, my brother-in-law brought over a box full of stuff for the 65. I forgot about it. It's been sitting under the table. Y'all, you won't believe all the stuff that we got. I'm not going to go through everything, but there's a lot of parts in here that we needed, and it's going to help us out, save us a lot of money. And also, we were sitting down going through our order list, and I had all my stuff in my cart, about to order it. I said, let me just go through this box over here real quick, and holy shit, stuff we found. So the trim in the back here that goes around the inside of this car, I don't know if you guys know it or not, is extremely expensive. It's like $250 just for the trim that goes in the back, not including the trim up front. All of that trim that goes around here. So open up this box right here and look at this. The whole kit for the interior rear trim. I was like, holy shit, y'all. Even a little divider. All right here. I had bought this. I had to have bought this 2 years ago. I don't even know why I bought that because we were not even close for interior stuff. But John's over there eating rocks. Bad candy. One of the things that we've been needing is the piece that goes right there. I'm not gonna lift the hood up because it's all that shit's on it. Yeah, it's right back there on the back side of the cow. Needed that, so my brother-in-law hooked me up with that. Just tons of nuts and bolts and everything else. And look at that. Yes, and those. Boom. Those are the two badges that will be going on the car. 289 and GT. Now, this is not a GT car, but it's kind of optioned out like a GT due to the year. So I just like the way the GT badges look. We are going to take the GT 350 off the side of the car at some point and put gray ghost. So we're not there again. Somebody called me out on my word perpetrating. It was like 80s calling who wanted their word back.
Oh, yeah.
But seriously, we're not trying to pretend like this car is a GT 350, so we will change that out. And it's not a GT car, but if you guys don't know, back in 65, if you had the round cluster right here, then it was going to be a GT car. Now, from my understanding, the late 65 models started getting the round bezel, and this hasn't been cut out. You could cut these things out and put the round cluster in it, but this particular car has not been cut out. It's made that way, but it's not a 66. It is a 65. It did come with a console, pony interior, deluxe interior, whatever you want to call it. Had all the wood grain, so it was like a weird in-between car. So anyway, with that being said, we're going to put the GT badge on it just because it looks cool, and then the 289 up here. So we got a new speaker. This is actually a really good speaker here. So you got a little bit of highs there. Yeah. We're going to put a little system in the car, nothing crazy. Then we're going to put one of those Rockville pre-powered little 8-inch subs back there behind the fold down. So I screwed up and ordered 2 of these damn things. So I got another one of those over here. We got our mirror. We got all of our moldings in, glued in, everything else. We now have our slides in here, so they're in. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, this first gen world is a completely different world than what we're used to with the Fox bodies. When it comes to this stuff, unless you are very well off or a millionaire, you're gonna have to make do with some of this stuff, because if you try to buy all of this new, you'll have $10,000 in the interior if you try to buy it all new. Now, that may be what you want to do, but that's not what I can do. So with that being said, we just have to make stuff work. And, if you want to keep factory parts and things like that, just gonna have to make stuff work. Here we go. Here's the car with a mirror. Sorry.
Yes, yeah.
It looks all right, I guess. That's just, I'm not used to seeing it on the car. But, yeah. Anyway, let me take you guys around the car real quick and we'll look at what we've gotten done. So down here, we've got the door panel, or the door jambs sprayed out and clear. They're looking pretty good. So all this has been cleared. Like I told you guys, don't overthink stuff like this. I had guys say, this is going to be, so much harder to do. I don't understand why you didn't go ahead and do your door jambs first. Because we do stuff the way that works for us at the time. If nothing else, I hope you guys understand through the process of working on this car right here is you can do things backwards if you want to. It may be a little more work, but if it keeps you motivated, you can come back and do the hard work another day. So don't worry about it. It is what it is. Interior wise, we've got the side panels in the car. The only thing we're missing are those little pieces back there in the back. So we'll get those at some point. But man, that looks good back here. You've seen pretty much everything else, but the interior of this car is really coming together, y'all. I'm excited about it. And we made a decision today to go ahead and order the front pony seat covers, upholstery, hog rings, foam, the chrome trim that goes up the side of the seat, and a lot of little things like the little door lock, like rings and bezels and stuff like that. A few things that we needed to actually get the locks in the car. Little things that need to finish the car up so that way we can drive it. The car's still not running perfectly. Still something going on, but we're waiting on a crankshaft for this engine and then send it off and get it rebuilt. Here's the thought process here though. We're gonna get this thing running and driving to where we can enjoy it. And then when the 347 gets done, then when we get ready, we'll throw it in here. But the poop coupe is next on the chopping blocks. We gotta get started with that. Also, y'all check this out. Look who showed up today and what he was driving. Papa T drove his Fox body 40 minutes away over here to see me. He has not driven his car in a while. Well, he drives it around, I guess, a little bit here and there. But man, I was so happy. We were sitting in the shop and I'm like, what in the heck is that noise? It's like, that's loud. I thought it was maybe Andrew or something pulling up. And Berger was inside, and Berger was like, man, I think that's Papa T. I said, there ain't no way. Sure enough, Papa T graced us with his presence and with his car. I can't believe it, man. I'm so glad to see this thing out and about. And he said it even ran good. You know, the car ran great. No temperature issues. Good oil pressure. Stopped by, filled it up with gas, and headed on over. So that's cool, man. I'm so glad to see this damn thing out and about and him driving it. Papa T, what made you drive that old car today? What was you thinking?
Tired of letting you see it.
But you said it did pretty good, though.
Yeah, doing real good.
That's what I want to hear. I mean, my red and silver car does good. You can take it on a trip if you want to, but it's going to beat you to death. Papa T's car is just real, kind of floats. He don't like the little tires and all on the front, and it kind of sways a little, but you know, once you get used to it, it's very similar to these old cars, really. Think about it.
I have flashbacks when I driving all these old cars.
Yeah, basically. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We got a big order coming in within the next, well, probably either by this weekend or next week for the 65. We're gonna wrap all that stuff up. We're gonna get these seats covered, hopefully at least. And we're gonna drive this thing around and put it on the road a little bit. And then we'll do the 347 whenever the crank comes in and we can get the block work done. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We will have some Fox body content coming up here pretty soon, but this is what we got to do right now. Anyway, I'll wrap this one up. And as always, thanks for watching.
In the driveway, crack open a cold one and thank God for this day. Hands get dirty, but we're having a blast, sipping on some booze, forgetting the past. Beers and riches, that's our kind of fun. Good friends and good times under the setting sun. We ain't got no worries, we're just living free days and wretches working on our Fox bodies. Hard work pays the bills, and these old cars provide the thrills. Smell of smoke rips fill the night. Hear the boys trying to fire up this old mirror. Beers and red jazz, I'm kind of fun. Good friends and good times under the setting sun. Ain't got no worries, so man. Beers and riches, that kind of fun. Good friends and good times under the setting sun. We ain't got no worries, we're just hustling, freebies, and Mitch's working on our Fox bodies. Ooh, yeah. Hard work pays the bills, and these old cars provide the thrills. Smell the ribs, feel the night air. We're trying to fire up this old mare.